tonight. Stadium in Charlotte. It's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Carolina Panthers taking on the Chicago Bears.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Carolina Panthers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with... So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. First carry here for Robinson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Fields being chased out left. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Down to the 42, 2nd down. So, CD, here we are. You look at how well this offense has played all year, 16-0. Now, in most years, they'd be at home right now enjoying time off for their perfect season, getting ready for the postseason. But this is the decade of the 2020s, so that means 17 games are what's needed to get through a perfect season. Would a win here make them an all-timer for you?
It would. It absolutely would. And I realize we're not comparing apples to apples because of the length of regular seasons. But if you think back to the 1972 Dolphins, they were 14-0 in the regular season. 3 wins made them a Super Bowl champion, so they were 17-0 total. Imagine getting through 17 now and then continuing on and winning the Super Bowl. They're an all-timer team already.
And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. To throw is Fields. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he is going to have the Bears 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. On 1st down, Fields. Over the middle, that's caught all the way to the 3. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Fields now to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Stephon Diggs, his 11th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but it's...
This offense ready to head back out there as they'll take over with a little over a minute to play in this 1st quarter. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backward. This offense ready to head back out there as they'll take over with a little over a minute to play in this 1st quarter. Fields looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Here's Fields. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll be marked down at about the 20. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
They'll run it now with Robinson. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. Becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Bears have broken the tie. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get... At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And really, it's worth talking a little more about the stakes of this game. Currently, these are the top two seeds in the NFC. I think they're the two best teams. Would you agree?
I think you can definitely make the case that they are, and I like where you're going with that. I do know that we've seen a couple of other teams along the way that would say, hey, don't forget about us. But your premise, I think, could be spot on. These could easily be the top two teams in the NFC.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage are so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. They'll run again here with Robinson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Play action. It's Fields. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Fields going to get this one out on the perimeter. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
And he's got his big wide receiver complete. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. And that penalty will move the ball to the 1-yard line.
So difficult to cover a fade route, and you're talking about into the end zone, and sometimes you panic a little as a defender, and the offensive guys are really smart. Sometimes they jump back into you and create the contact.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Robinson up the middle. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many times.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Now a first down throw, Fields. Flushed it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Throwing left side, it's complete. On the move past the 40, down the left sideline. Touchdown, Bears! A big play there. 70 yards. And the Bears continue to pull away here in this first half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. Now Fields. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was the Falcons who were able to pick up the victory at home. Tyler Algier, a touchdown run in the victory. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they were winners in that one over the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Tua Tagovailoa, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division. Second half begins with a run by Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Again, it's Robinson. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. So first and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. Oh, he shifts past him. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 107 yards for him now on the ground as he goes over the century mark here. I'd say he's ready for the playoffs ahead, no doubt. On 1st and 10, Fields. He will find his man Chase complete. Down inside the 10, and he'll be out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. 38 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Looking to throw. Fields escaping the pressure. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter. At the line. Prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Throwing on 1st down. Frost flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. To throw on 3rd down. Frost. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They'll try and throw for it here. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have the Bears 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught by Jackson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Off play action. Frost. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On third down, Herbert. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. And quickly they get to the line. On first and 10, it's Herbert. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back to throw. Frost buying time to his left. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. His second rushing touchdown of the year and third overall. And the Bears look poised to reach 17-0 as they add on to their lead. Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, Frost. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Back to throw again. Steps away. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Open man is Chase, complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses. They've stayed on brand in this contest.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. On 1st down, Frost. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Off play action. Frost sliding out of the pocket. That's caught by Jackson. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take over once again. A higher scoring game. But fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Bears, they finish off a perfect regular season, 17-0. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Carolina, you can forget already as they finish at 15-2 on the year. And as division champs, they will host a playoff game next week in the wild card round. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. It's been great. It's been awesome to do this Jam On Up. We will be playing against the Packers in the next stream. We win that, we're on to the NFC Championship. We do that, and then we're on to the Super Bowl. We'll probably do all three of those in the same stream. So we'll jam that on up. Excited to do that. Thank you all for tuning in. Until next time, it's been real. We will be doing a Alien Fire Team stream tonight. And we'll be doing that Aliens Fire Team on a stream on both this channel and on the Lone Wolf Gaming channel. And then next week we'll have that up streaming on the Lone Wolf Collab channel as well. All three channels will be streaming the game together. But this week we'll be streaming that up, and then it'll be edited up with some music for a game and jam for the collab channel for you guys to check out, which I'm sure you guys will really appreciate and like. Till then, it's been real. Thank you for tuning in. It's been the Horror Guy here at Lone Wolf Network.